So need time to prepare, fear of judgment from myself, but especially others, not good enough. Info not useful. Oh, okay, so like the info that you're putting out there for your marketing is not useful. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so the electronic medical records does tie into this. So I guess I need time to do the marketing and the blogs and the videos that would be helpful. There's the fear of judgment of maybe the material's not useful or maybe too detailed, and I don't know. And then if I get busy, I can't handle the patients because I have no systems in place to make me efficient. One of the systems would be in electronic medical records, just making everything very streamlined and less time consuming. But but I can type things up and I don't have to write it out. I've been using Word, so it's helpful that way. But there are different things that'll be really helpful when you have everything in one place. Yep. And the other thing too, I wrote down, if I get too busy, I'm afraid my results will be affected.
Yeah. Truth. Do you avoid creating your medical records because you're afraid you'll become too efficient?
No, I would love that.
Ow. Okay, so when you say I would love that, it's like ginormous resistance. It's just like, it's like you punched me in the nose.
Well, maybe, I mean, I would no, I would love to be efficient. Maybe the backstory is then I would have to be really good. Like,
Oh, there you go.
you're,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit. What did you just say?
I said something like that. I think, yeah, I think I would love to be efficient, but if I were efficient, I would be seeing more people, and I would should get results, and then I would be seen. I would be more, I don't know, exposed or out there. If I'm seeing more people, then there's more potential for judgment. And
Yeah.
yeah, being efficient with seeing more people, and then I would really have to know my stuff, and um, it, if I were to step into my greatness, then I would do all these things. And maybe there's a fear of not being great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you reach that greatness and you're really efficient and getting better results, truth, would you have to turn away some people that really need you?
Yes, I should pick
Ah,
patients I want to work with.
sorry, say that again.
It is better for me to pick patients I'd rather work with. Ideal patients, not everyone. Because my last experience was not a good one. So,
Right. When you say that, it doesn't come up as true. It's not as much of a punch in the face as the last thing you said that wasn't true, but it still comes up as not true that you should pick more ideal clients, that you don't have that crappy experience like the one you mentioned last week. So I know you don't want more of those kinds of experiences, but when you say I should pick more ideal clients, it doesn't come up as true. It comes up as a lot. It comes up as don't do that. So, and we just identified what it is, that if you get really clear on who is ideal, who you love working with, who's perfect for you, you will end up turning away a lot of people who need you. Again, coming back to that word need, and they could be left without someone to help them. But we go back to what we talked about the first week. Would you rather have a 1% impact on 1,000,000 people, or would you rather completely radically alter the lives of 100 people to the point where they talk about their whole life in terms of before you and after you?
Yeah, the latter.
Yeah. So that's where we're headed. But these are the things that are in the way of excuse me, these are the things that are in the way of that and in the way of making that shift. So when we put it in these big terms of, and it's helpful to put it in containers or themes like, oh, I'm avoiding my greatness. That's helpful, but it's not really helpful because it's a little bit like, oh, it's self-sabotage. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. But if you can say, I'm avoiding my greatness, and what I mean by that is I don't do my electronic records because then I'd be too efficient, and then I would have to there'd be more expected of me, and then I would be turning away people that need me, but they're no longer ideal clients, and so I'd have to turn them away. And so I don't create medical records because I don't want to deal with letting people down. Wow, there we go. But just had to talk it out. Don't want to deal with letting people down.
Yeah, that resonates with me.
Yeah.
How do I undo? How do I? How do I undo that, Will?
That's what we're doing.
Okay, great.
But the first step of awareness is, or sorry, rather, the first step is awareness. So for you to see every time that you avoid doing your medical records, it's really because you're afraid of letting people down. And when you can link it up that directly, you will, even if we just stop talking now, you probably would cut that out within a week or a month. And we can make that process a little smoother for you. So truth, letting people down or leaving people behind is the worst thing anyone could ever do.
Yeah. Yes. For me.
Well, I know I know you think it's for you, but the wording of that came out specifically. But the worst thing that anyone could ever do. So I know it feels personal, but for you, it's a universal belief. It's like anyone ever.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, which makes it more global and yeah, okay. So that story, yeah. That story, would you be willing to step out of that story at the point of creation?
Yes.
Oh, ooh. And I rarely suggest this, but I would suggest actively replacing that with something. So by that I mean, some kind of affirmation, declaration, or choice of, when you see the electronic records, if you're not doing them, or if you're hesitating, or you're not creating content because you don't want to be seen, you don't want to get too big and then let people down or leave people behind, you can say, okay, I see all that, and I'm choosing to be great. I'm choosing to be excellent, to be great, and to serve people at an even greater level than I ever thought possible. Something like that.
Okay.
Truth. Your job is to help people.
Yeah. Yes.
Would you be willing to resign from your duties as helper at the point of creation?
Yes.
Mm. So as long as your job is to help people, you're responding to a need energy. Now, where sometimes we go with this is we get a little bit all or nothing. We say, what if someone calls me and they say they're going to commit suicide? Okay, that person needs you. You should call suicide hotline. If you're geographically close, get over there as quick as possible. Take it seriously. I'm not saying like, oh no, I don't respond to need energy, so I'm just going to let you do. No, that's not. If someone walks up to you with a knife in their leg and says, I need you, you don't say, oh, I don't respond. So we're all going to be adults here. I'm not going to be silly about this. I'm talking about our chronic patterns of life, chronic patterns of business. So when you keep responding to that need energy, when you make it your job to help people, then your job, okay, so since that didn't totally clear, so the belief that your only job is to help people, would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation?
Yes.
There we go. The belief that your most important job is to help people. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation?
Yes.
There we go. The belief that the best thing, that what you're best at, the belief that what you're best at is helping people. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation?
Yes.
Almost. Yeah. Okay. And I've said this before. What if clients came to you and worked with you and kept signing up because they just loved being around you, like getting better? They loved your energy. They loved with you. They love that you eat grapes on the call or often have chocolate in your mouth when you first start. They don't mind that you wear sweaters all day long, all the time. And that your 3-year-old sometimes jumps in on the call and says, hey, Dad, hi, guys. What if your clients just loved being with you and they got amazing results?
That sounds good.
Okay. At the moment, you're like 10% willing to maybe humor me for a second. And that's okay. It's a progress.
I
And so we're
understand
just
what
looking
you're
at
saying.
clearness beliefs that support that. Yeah, I know you do consciously, but energetically, it's just like bouncing off, like the need to help and the need to, yeah. And it's okay. It took me a long time because I was a really stubborn, for me, I was a self-righteous jackass who, I was right and everyone else was wrong. It's not going to take you as long. But at the need to help others cost you. What do you never get to have because you're busy helping other people? Now, again, we're service providers. That is what we do. We help people. So don't get too caught up in the words. I'm talking about that energy of need. Like, what do you not get to have, or what does it cost you that you are just constantly putting out fires that you don't get to have clients who walk in the door and have a smile on their face when they say, it's so great to see you. And there's more that I want to work on. Okay, cool. And then Kathleen, could you remind me to look at that conversation with Lone? There was one in there that was a great clearing for a niche. I forget what it was now. Lone, how does that feel at the moment? Better?
No, it feels good for you to clear this energy of need.
Well, that might be part of what's not clicking. So I'm not clearing it. I'm helping you to see what it is. Yeah, I'm helping you to see what it is so that you can clear it. Well, there we go. Whoa. It's a little bit like if you set up a camera for your living room to get some advice on how to better organize your furniture. And I'd be like, hey, move that couch there. And hey, move that couch there, and move the rug here. And I'll get rid of that lampshade. That's terrible. Get a new lampshade. You're doing all the work. I'm just kind of pointing shit out. Ooh, there we go. Now that's shifting. Oh. Okay, so the belief that you are helping your clients instead of helping them to see what's next for them. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation?
Can you say that one more time, Will?
I'll try. It didn't come out great that time, so let's see if there's a better way for that to come.
No, it was fine. It was just drawn out and I lost it.
Well, that's because this is your one. This is the one that's got your number. So the belief that without you, your clients would be lost. No, that's not quite it either. Well, this is fun. The belief that without you, that's even simpler. The belief that your clients need you. Oh, ow. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, that's been a big part of it because you've been unconsciously looking to me saying, oh, I need Will to clear this. Just like you've been thinking that your clients need you to be healthy. They don't need you. You don't need me. I would say you're here because it's more fun to do this together. It's more fun to have a personal trainer than to go to the gym by yourself. Unless you love to go to the gym by yourself, and then it's not fun to have a personal trainer. You can play ping pong on your own. It's just a lot more fun with someone else. You can masturbate on your own, but it's usually a lot more fun with a partner. Like there's a lot of things that we can do on our own, but it's actually more fun to do it with other people. Now we don't need them, but it's more fun.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're very welcome.
That feels better.
Okay.